Hey guys, you ready to get part 3 Intersecting Vows of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn started? I know I am, despite the fact I don't enjoy the first chapter of it.
3 years ago, Crimea freed itself from Daean tyranny. Its nobles used that freedom to berate the queen and scrabble for power. Disgusted with their greed and arrogance, Ike and the Grail mercenaries left the court behind and returned to work. Thanks to their efforts and to Queen Elixia's even-handed rule, Crimea has avoided a bloody civil war. Before departing the capital once again, Ike receives disquieting news from Queen Elicia. The Black Knight, the man who murdered Ike's father, has once again been seen in Daean. The Queen's words hang heavy over Ike as he leads the mercenary group back to their headquarters.
So with the Grail Mercenaries fort, which looks exactly the same as it did in Path of Radiance. And wow, Mist looks a lot different. It seems to me like Titania doesn't, or Titania, or however you pronounce it. I'm sticking with Titania. It doesn't seem like she changed that much. I can... somewhat, but Mist looks completely different. So they say it's nice to be back home. Then we have Soren, who is awesome. As if he wasn't cool enough in the last game, he got even better. And guess who we also meet? Remember this guy, Ranulf? From the last game, you didn't actually get to use him to fight that much, but he was important to the storyline quite a bit. Let's see. War has come to us once again. Oh, come on! Seriously? Actually, we already knew this was going to happen, but the Laguz Alliance is setting out against Begnion. I thought things were getting better. He had learned that Begnion's senators ordered the herons' extermination. This spurred the Laguz to strike Begnion. And they want Ike and the Grail Mercenaries' help, which is probably a smart idea, because even though there are a lot of Laguz, it seems like this game is very prejudiced against Laguz, and they make them look like idiots.
In the company of the Wolf Queen Nyla and the Mage Tormod to tell a dire tale. The shocking story he relates ignites a terrible fury in the hearts of the Laguz. The assassination of the previous Begnion apostle sparked the massacre of the Heron clan, as well as the burning of their home, the Serenus Forest. That murder and the resulting catastrophes were long thought to be the work of Daean's former ruler, the Mad King Ashnard. Now, however, Prince Raphael, a survivor of the massacre, reveals that those directly responsible were none other than the senators of Begnion. Upon hearing this tale, the Hawk King Tibard is consumed with an unspeakable rage. He shares this information with the Raven King Nisala and the Beast King Canagis, and they form a Laguz Alliance. Together with the Heron royal family, they send messengers to the leadership of Begnion, demanding an explanation from the senators. Begnion rebuffs their requests, however, denying any wrongdoing and refusing to investigate Raphael's claims, as if to emphasize their decision to silence the Laguz inquiries. The Empire goes so far as to murder an Alliance messenger. This callous act of arrogant defiance pushes the Alliance into declaring war upon the Begnion Empire. Gallia's sub-commander, Ranulf, considers the merits of attempting to simply overpower Begnion. He recognizes, however, that pitting brute force against Begnion's magic and tactical prowess will result in massive Alliance casualties. He decides to enlist the strength and knowledge of his old wartime ally, Ike, and the Grail mercenaries. Ike is an acquaintance of Begnion's apostle, however, and is at first reluctant to become involved in the conflict. Yet, when he considers the senator's cold-blooded murder of Alliance messenger, he can feel the anger that burns in the Laguz's hearts. Determined to force the senators to answer for their crimes, he agrees to help the Laguz Alliance.
Prologue, The Great Advance. So we have Flagere, so that's what they're going to talk about attacking first. And right here we have Skirmir. This is Kanagas' son. Since Kanagas can't actually fight because, you know, he's got to take care of his country, he sends his son as to be the leader, even though Randolph should probably be the leader because he's smarter. He's only second in command. And Skirmir is one of the people that kills first, asks questions later. Because he's not very bright. So, let's see what we got here. Got some info. This could come in handy. What do we have? Oh, they're all 1 star, so there's not going to be anything from them. Okay, so the first one talks about how Randall feels bad about getting the Bjorkins involved in this. And Ike mentions that they helped them 3 years ago. And all that good stuff. And as for Mist, it talks about he didn't want Mist coming along. That sounds like the last game. They didn't want Mist to fight, and she ended up fighting anyway. And now he's trying to talk her out of it again. It's a heads I win, tails you lose situation. No matter what happens, you're going to be having Mist on the battlefield with you. This one they talk about how each are both very strong. Let's see, la 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 la, not really anything important there. Feast or Famine, we get to see Oscar again, so it's totally worth it. Yes, Oscar is an awesome chef, and he's an awesome fighter, too. Should start teaching classes. All of that. Ike wouldn't eat as much as Laguz. Actually, he might. Actually, yeah, he would. Pretty funny. Alright, so nothing really important there. Let's see. You can't buy anything yet, and that's kind of unfortunate. And Ike does not have any healing items. Neither does Boyd. Fortunately, we have 2 healers. We have Rise and Mist. I used Mist in the last game. I actually don't use her in this one. I guess I might. I don't know. I will definitely use Rolf, though, because he got, like, 20 times more epic in this game. And he was already awesome. So now he's just incredible. Let's have a look at the skills. Is there anything that might not be important? Vantage for Mia. I don't use Mia, so I'm going to take off the Vantage and give it to somebody who actually needs it. Soren's already got depth, so we'll let him keep that. Let's give it to Rolf, just because he's awesome. You'll notice he starts out as a sniper now, and so does Shinen, except he's, you know, a little bit stronger than Rolf is. So I didn't really do much, but I'm going to save anyway. And this first part's probably going to be a 2-part mission type thing, because most of this is just, like, kind of explaining what's going on here. So we have Fort Flagere. And this guy right here. So basically this guy right here, Septimus, is like a complete coward. I'm not sure why he should be the leader if he's the coward. Now, I mentioned in part 2 I didn't really mind the Fog of War map. I hate this Fog of War map, and not because it's hard. I don't think it's hard at all. It's actually pretty simple. It's just that, how do I put this? It's kind of weird, just like boring-wise. I don't know why I don't like it, but I just don't. There's just something wrong about it. I don't know what it is exactly, but I just don't like it very much. And maybe it's because, for the most part, what you need to do is just focus on the left and the Laguz take out everybody on the right over here. And there's a few ballista, like right here and right here, that you can use to hit people over here. And then you kind of go across here and join forces to take out the boss, which is right here. But I just don't like this level. I don't know why. I just don't like it at all. And maybe it's because it's too weird for me or something. I don't honestly know, but I just don't like it. It just feels funny whenever I play this part. And maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I know I always put units gained and items gained at the side of the, what was I going to say? At the side of the, you know, like where I've got the description for the video. There's going to be a lot of units gained because we got the entire girl mercenary group to look after. I don't know. I think part of the reason I don't like this map is probably just because they don't really give you very many enemies on the left. Overall, there's a fair amount of enemies, but about 80% of the kills, in my opinion, about 80, somewhere between 60 and 80% of the kills go to the others, which is all the Laguz on the right. And it just feels like they didn't give enough enemy units for you to face, because you're in this really small enclosed area, and I think there's about 12 units overall that you have to fight. You can even let the Laguz take out the boss if you want. But the boss has a crossbow, so I don't know if you want to do that or not. Crossbow's not that great, but, you know, it's still an item. Really, the only thing I can tell you about the Laguz, like, I know for a fact, in this level anyway, is Skirmill will always move first. And as for Ranulf, I don't know exactly. He's obviously a cat Laguz, and he's stronger than the other regular cat Laguz. They do have the transformation gauge like normal. They do have to face a couple mages, and that's probably what they want you to use the ballista for, is to take out the mages, or at least weaken the mages. Really, it's not a hard map. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on exactly why I don't like the map, but I just don't like it. I have no idea why. I just don't like the map. And if I ever figure it out, I'll put it in the description, but I'm probably not going to figure it out. Come on, Shannon, you're using a killer bow. You should be getting some criticals. It's a mage! I say we kill him. I can't believe they're making Soren start out with less HP than the enemy mage. He's far better. And I don't even mean like slightly better, I mean way better. Oh, Rolf can't get a kill. Drat. I'd recommend not wasting the Atard because it actually is a pretty decent sword. It's one of the swords that actually cannot be sold because apparently only Ike can wield it for some unknown reason. But you won't be able to sell it, so after a while you will want to use it because, I mean, for those of you that played Fire Emblem, you know you're going to get Ragnar sooner or later. And so after that, the Atard becomes absolutely useless because the Ragnar is better. Alright, I will be right back because we are running out of time.